Hello and welcome back to the Redcoat Rundown. I'm Dahlia.
And I'm Brooke.
You like fun activities.
You like friendly competition.
And you probably like ice cream sundaes.
I mean, I do.
Well, get ready because both Upbeat and Berlin Social and Youth Services are hosting a cornhole tournament on Sunday, the 27th at Pistol Creek.
With an event that fun, there'll be a limited number of spots, so make sure to register today. The link is in Schoology.
Are you interested in design, engineering, or robotics? Well, then the East Tech Bright Minds Student Summit is for you.
Hosted on May 14th at the Big E Fairgrounds, students have the opportunity to win a fun challenge and get a free lunch. Now on to some fundraisers.
Now, I've met people who don't like ice cream, chicken, or even chocolate, but I've yet to meet someone who doesn't like donuts.
The robotics team is hosting a Krispy Kreme fundraiser available to order up until the 21st. To order, use the QR code found in Schoology.
The donuts can be purchased for $12 a dozen using the QR code in Schoology.
That's a 21% discount. I can't wait to get my dozen.
Moving on to some congratulations. Congrats to the winners of the library tournament, Vita P, Jenelise M, and Miss Hastings. I'm sure Vita and Jenelise are enjoying the golden library passes.
They didn't even have to buy a bunch of chocolate bars to get them.
Huh?
You never get my movie references.
Next, we have a segment that's been in development for quite some time. Did you know? Now let's head over to Ryan with special guest, Mr. Wilkos.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Did You Know? I'm here with Mr. Wilkos, and today we're going to learn something about salt.
So there's a fad around there that salt, sodium chloride, NaCl table salt, is different when it comes from different places. Unfortunately, that is consumerism at its worst, and salt is salt is salt. And so salt, when it comes from the ocean, does have other things mixed in with it, and so sea salt does need to get purified before it can be given to people for consumption. About 80% of what is in sea salt is sodium chloride, NaCl. The remaining percentage, about 20%, most of it is either calcium chloride, which is what is in road salt, or magnesium chloride, which can be used as a mineral supplement. The process of purifying out these two salts from this salt is what costs a little bit of extra money to get your salt. But the salt that we buy for chemical purposes from a manufacturer called Flynn Scientific is much more expensive than the salt that you can buy at the store, somewhere between 4 and 20 times as expensive. And not for much difference. The idea is no matter what salt you're going to use for consumption, it has to be at least 97.5% NaCl to be suitable for humans to eat it. Usually, the manufacturers actually aim for a higher percentage, and they'll put more like 99% NaCl in the salt that they send out to people to eat. When you buy fancy kinds of sea salt and Himalayan salt, it still has to pass those FDA regulations of being at least 97.5% or roughly 98% NaCl. So when you buy salt, understand that this is your most economical option. It is not inherently worse or better than something like this. And to get it from the ocean to your table, these need to be taken out of it. One useful tidbit that can help you is if salt is in smaller crystals and flakes and you're putting it directly on your food and then you're eating it, you actually can taste a difference because the higher the surface area of the crystals of salt, the flakes of salt, the more salty taste you'd get. And so if you're using salt to cook, this salt is fantastic. If you're using salt to season your food after it's been prepared and put it on a plate and given to a person, perhaps flakes are better that way. But you don't need to pay the 4 to 20 times the amount for Himalayan sea salt. This salt is just fine.
All right, thank you very much.
Whoa, that was pretty interesting. I didn't know that.
Moving on, congrats to Max Ding for winning Mr. BHS, as well as all of the other amazing contestants. You did a wonderful job. And while we sadly couldn't have all 12 of you at the game show, we did have an amazing time hanging out with those who could.
Next, we have a staple of the rundowns, John's Daily Forecast.
Hello everybody, this is John, back as per usual to bring you your daily forecast. This Monday is gonna be sweet. That's right, it's National Coffee Cake Day. Do you like empanadas? I like empanadas. That's right. On Tuesday, it's National Empanada Day. Now, don't listen to the naysayers. They are real. That's right. Wednesday is Unicorn Day. Whether you're a sheep, pig, cow, chicken, or other farm creature, I'm sure to have a great Thursday because Thursday is Farm Animal Day. Out of all the wonderful things that come out of Canada, I'm sure we can all agree that the best has to be poutine. So, for all of you poutine lovers out there, I'm sure you're going to have a great Friday as it's National Poutine Day. That's all for me. I'll see you all next week. Now back to the news desk.
Did John seem different to you?
I didn't notice anything.
He got a haircut.
Now, for a new segment returning, quote of the day.
This one comes to us from actress, singer, and overall icon, Marilyn Monroe.
Imperfection is beauty. Madness is genius, and it's better to be absolutely ridiculous and absolutely boring.
Speaking of new, with the new season comes new sports. Spring sports are starting soon.
Let's find out more about these sports from Ryan.
Welcome back to the Sports Corner. Before I speak about the upcoming spring sports, let me take a moment to congratulate some students from the winter season. Competing at the Connecticut State Open for boys swim, Mason Durant had a great performance, finishing 8th in the 100 fly and getting 6th on the podium, with the school record at the 100 backstroke. Congratulations on his All-State selection. Also selected for All-State was Brooke Walker for girls basketball. Congratulations. Now, for this week's home sports games, on Monday, boys baseball will play at Sage Park. Then, Tuesday is a busy day with track, girls tennis, and boys lacrosse all competing. Meanwhile, boys tennis will be playing on both Wednesday and Friday, while girls golf will be played on Thursday. What an exciting start to the spring season. Now, back to the news desk.
Thanks, Ryan.
Wow, you said that fast.
I guess I'm just too excited for our new segment, Lie Detector.
Now this segment tests you, the viewer, to see if you can spot the fake story out of 2 real ones. You'll have 10 seconds to spot the fake.
This week, we have 3 true facts about trending food items, but only 2 of them are true. Can you become the lie detector?
Our first fact is that some yogurts, specifically those labeled as strawberry, may contain insects.
Our second fact is that celery has negative calories. The effort it takes to chew burns off more calories than it takes to eat.
And finally, our third fact is that honey never goes bad.
Time is up. The answer was number 2. Despite the common myth, a stick of celery actually has about 15 calories, and even chewing consecutively for an hour only burns 13 calories. As for the truths, let us explain.
Some yogurts, as well as other products like cosmetics, may contain a certain red food dye that goes by the name carmine. This food dye comes from the cochineal insect.
This dye is required by the FDA to be listed as carmine or cochineal extract. So if you're worried you've been eating bugs, look for those in the ingredient list.
As for honey, it's true. Honey can last forever.
Now that was quite the fun segment.
I'm sad I'll have to wait another 2 weeks to see it again.
That's all from us. Goodbye.